Welcome back, Pot Coven, to another episode with your favorite witches. We are continuing on our broad general topic of spiritual hygiene. Jess is going to lead us today in our next step in keeping your spiritual and psychic self nice and squeaky clean, feeling good, feeling fresh. Squeak, squeak. Yeah, but first of all, we are going to let you know what we are up to. Jasmine, what you up to, girl?
Yeah, the Back to Basics Astrology Masterclass is up and running. We're still going. Yeah, we just had the first masterclass, the Planets Masterclass, yesterday. But don't worry, you didn't miss it. You missed the live, but you can still sign up to watch the replay. And we still have the Signs Masterclass coming, so you can still catch that live. And the Houses Masterclass and the Aspects Masterclass coming. These are running through July and August, so you can still catch the lives, and you can sign up for all of those, catch the replays. This is really great if you feel like everyone around you, you know, is always talking about astrology and you kind of know stuff about astrology, but you feel like, ooh, everyone's just like, all of a sudden everyone knows everything about astrology, but you kind of like maybe missed the train a little bit. And you'd like to catch up. And that's what I created this for. So if you feel like, if you missed the astrology train when it left the station, choo choo, now's the time to get a ticket. Another train is leaving the station. So but yeah, also want to let you guys know that my tarot readings have changed a little bit. I recently opened up my mediumship abilities, so spoiler alert, I can talk to ghosts. And so I'm adding that, well, I'm utilizing that with my tarot readings. So the tarot readings themselves aren't really changing. The price isn't changing. Just that now when I do my tarot readings, I call upon your ancestors to see if anyone wants to come and share messages. So yeah, if you're like, whoa, that sounds cool, head to jasminewolf.xyz. You can, book a tarot reading with me through there and get all up in that with me. So yeah, that's what's going on. Jess, what are you up to?
If you missed last week's episode, I have officially gone from loving incantations to the cloak of love, self-projected love activator. And we're mainly focusing now on self-actualization, self-discovery, and reparenting, which can also be a lot of reparenting your actual children, but it's mainly focused around reparenting yourself. But I am a mom. I have a lot of mom friends. I'm going to give some mom tips. It's just going to be what I do. And then I'm still offering my automatic writing readings, my business tarot readings, and my one-on-one coaching packages. I am getting ready to relaunch my Empath 101 course on my website, and that will also be an evergreen. You're going to always be able to come and sign up for it once I relaunch this round. And just come check me out and see what new is all over my page. It's going to be fun. Ella, what are you up to?
I am going to be putting some clearance items into my shop, some stuff at some good prices to kind of clear things out before I get geared up for the holidays. So if you want to come scoop up some deals, visit my website, thecelestialrose.ecwid.com, or you can find me on Instagram at the.celestial.rose. I post pretty much everything of what I'm doing on there. So if you want to grab some shit, come follow me, baby. All right. That was all of us, right? Okay, Jess, let us let us know what we're doing today.
All right, little babies. Or big babies. I don't know, whatever. We are going to be talking about energy clearing and cultivation today. So let's get down to it. What is an energy clearing practice? Well, they are techniques that can be used in any activity that allows you to remove unwanted or negative energies. They create space in both the physical and body and energetic body. And because they create space, it is good to follow them up with a cultivation practice so that you're controlling what you're filling that space you just created with. All right, does that make sense? Following me so far? So, humans will participate in energy sharing, and this is done almost entirely unconsciously. And this is known as energy transfer. So it works one of two ways. You're either pulling outside energy into your own system and leaving yourself open and allowing others to pull energy from you. And this happens because our energy bodies are not being cared for, and so they become porous. Meaning that the energies have no boundaries and can flow between people, places, and even the foods we eat. So within this type of interaction, one party will give the energy as the other one absorbs it. And in the end, whoever came into this situation with a lower vibrational energy has now won the battle because they have siphoned all of the energy from the higher vibrational person. Unless, of course, that person is taking care of their energetic well-being, spiritual hygiene. So now that person that has just won this battle is walking away feeling great, whereas the giver walks away potentially feeling kind of ill, even though they might have come into this interaction feeling on top of the world. So these types of energy exchanges are not limited to physical spaces. You can just as easily transfer over the phone, through a message, and even through thought. And uncleared energy can accumulate over time, leading to disease, physical pain, fatigue, depression, anxiety, and so forth may manifest into your space, your body, your brain, your whatever it may be. And without care, these conditions can become chronic. So you're talking to the grocery store attendant, they're having a really bad day, going through divorce, whatever, they're not clearing their energies and they're wanting to feel better. Unconsciously, you come up and you're talking to them and you're feeling fantastic. You just had a massage and you had a fantastic day with your kids, and this clerk is now pulling that energy from you to help their energetic bodies to feel better. So you leave feeling not so great. So here are some things that you can do to clear that energy. Sometimes it's your own energy that is built up too. It's not always an energetic transfer thing, but that is in the world where most people are not caring for themselves, let alone their energetic bodies, we're oftentimes getting other people's shit as well. So things like breath work, chanting, and movement can be great ways to clear energy. And breath work refers to the conscious control of breath. Utilizing breathing exercises or techniques to intentionally change your breathing pattern. And it's often used to help improve mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. In Buddhist belief systems, sound is also considered to be sacred. Let me back up here. I was going to give you an example of the breathing techniques. So there is one that I will do whenever I'm just feeling like I have too much going on and I need to clear, I need to get it out. So it's called the 1-1-1-2 breathing technique. So you breathe in to the count of 1, hold to the count of 1, breathe out to the count of 1, and hold for 2. And then you repeat that as many times until you kind of feel like you've recentered yourself. So then next we have chanting. So as I was saying before, in many Buddhist belief systems, sound is considered to be sacred. Sound, as communicated through music and poetry, is thought to have the ability to cleanse emotional energies out of the body. And sound by way of speech is understood to be a doorway to energetic dimensions. Oftentimes, we can use different chants to clear like our chakra systems. And so today I have a quick chant that will help you clear specifically your chakra system from root to crown. So for your root chakra, you would chant Lam. For your sacral chakra, you would chant Vam. For your solar plexus, Ram. Heart chakra, Yam. Throat chakra, Ham. Third eye, Om. And crown chakra, Ah. So Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om, Ah. And if anybody like wants to know the actual spelling or anything of those, just reach out and we can let you know. So thirdly, we have our movement practices. And so this can be done with any form of conscious movement. Movement is a sacred body prayer. And so types of movement that can like help you clear energy are dancing, walking, qigong, tai chi, and any form of yoga. There's many more. Sometimes just like fucking standing up and shaking your body, like literally just shaking the energy out of yourself. The thing with all of this really is that you don't have to get so inside your fucking head. And I'm saying fuck because I really want to iterate this. Like, it does not have to be such this big, long, thought out process. Sometimes you just need your intention and the fucking action and just do it. I want to clear my energy. I'm just going to throw my hands down and like make sure that I'm like throwing all the energy out of my hands. So there's that. Through active, graceful, body-based expressions, you begin to express yourself outwardly while connecting to the present moment. While moving, takes notice of how the body... While you're moving, take notice of how your body feels. How it feels in action, how it feels in rest. The way the earth feels between your feet, the way the sun feels upon your skin. So benefits of having a movement-based practice are relieving stress, fighting insomnia, easing pain and discomfort, increasing sexual performance, and boosting immune system functionality. So again, there are many ways to get your body moving and align with where you want to be in any given moment. So movement is one of my all-time favorite ways to alter my own energy. Just the act of shaking your body has the power to get things moving. So move it in a way that feels good to you. That's the main takeaway from this. Focus less on the length of time you're in movement and more on the fact that you are moving. Your dedication, intention, and consistency is what will build your practice. If movement is a medicine for you, then make it fun.
Yeah, sometimes I just like to get up and twerk in my office when when I've been sitting too long, got too much stale energy. I mean, I'll just get up and shake too or dance, but sometimes I just twerk.
Yep.
I like that for you. Well, it's the same thing with like I was talking about chanting for clearing as well. Like maybe my chant is just me fucking screaming at the top of my lungs until I can't scream anymore or whatever.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah, just make it fun or
Scream
at
into
least
the
make
void.
it something that it's like I feel like I released. I had a release there.
Yeah. Yep.
So now that you have cleared this energy from your body, all this stagnation and denseness has been kind of like sloughed off. You've taken care of yourself. So now you're left with this clear space. It's energetically pure for a reference point. So now you're going to want to bring cultivation into the mix here. You're going to decide the types of energies you want and the types of energies you don't want. So cultivation would be useless without this clear base and a safe space for you to keep your new energy. With cultivation practices, we select the energy we want and we nurture it while eliminating what has been I can't say this word, diminishing our energies and also encouraging strength within ourselves. Energy work is active. We are in the process of recreating ourselves. The past and the future are malleable. So as we're creating and healing ourselves now, or creating our future selves, we are healing our pasts while influencing our futures. You can cultivate the energy you want by using a myriad of modalities such as breathwork, meditation, gratitude journals, intentionally choosing crystals, intentional consumerism, and a lot more. So pay attention to what you're bringing into your lives on a physical, mental, and energetic level. Ask yourself, is this benefiting the energy I want to be receiving? Or is it creating and feeding a different type of energy altogether? So bottom line, choose things that are nourishing you.
That's important. I like that. It's a good bottom line. Nourish yourself.
We love a bottom. We love a line.
I like the top. Personally.
We've got a top.
I can go both ways.
We've got to switch.
So just because we actually do have time, I just want to touch a little bit on intentional consumerism. I didn't write any notes on it, but by that I mean you're going to pay attention to the music that you're listening to, you're going to pay attention to the news you're consuming, you're going to pay attention to where your meats are coming from if you're a meat eater, or where your different types of foods are coming from, what kinds of farms, what kinds of procedures do they have going on there, because you're ingesting those energies into your body every time you eat them, every time you listen to them, every time you watch a show. So that's what an intentional consumerism boils down to. It's just being mindful of what it is that you're putting into your body, whether that's your mind, your stomach, or anything else.
Yeah, because it's all energy, baby. It's all vibes, you know?
Mm-hmm. And we get to choose the vibes that we want to have. I mean, we're all still human, and we're going to have emotions, and we're going to have all of these things come up, but that's why we can have these practices where I can address the fact that I just had that emotion. I was just really sad. I'm still holding on to some of that sadness, so maybe I'm going to go over here and dance it out a little bit, and then after I've danced it out a little bit, now I'm going to journal on all the things that I'm really fucking grateful for, things that make me happy, or whatever. Filling that space back up with what I'm choosing.
Right. We are really just little sponges. We are. That's something I talk about when people, I'm no crystal expert, but one thing I do know about crystals is that structurally they're so much more sound than us. I'll be walking on the sidewalk and a car can zoom past me with an aggressive energy, and I will absorb that aggressive energy and I will carry it with me for maybe 2 hours, I'm just a little baby sponge. Whereas a crystal, you have to concentrate and put the energy in that crystal, and that crystal's going to hold on to just that energy that you put into it for a couple weeks, it's whereas us, we're just bouncing around, energy just flies at us, and we're just oh, now I've got it, so it's so good to be cognizant of it and to have practices where we can at least first and foremost, step one is to recognize it, to recognize oh, okay, there's a lot of energy here. Now what am I going to do about it, and have those practices where you can be oh, I like to move, I like to dance, I like to go for a run, I like to do yoga, I need to journal, I'm going to chant,
So So I like with crystals, like I have a whole wall of just my necklace crystals or whatever hanging, and I'll wake up in the morning and I'm very much, I have to have things matchy. But when it comes to my necklaces, if I wake up and I like have one that just pops into my mind, I will generally put that one on. It, like no questions asked, just like, okay, well, there's a reason why that popped into my head first thing. So that's that's less intentional and more like intuitive. But I really like it because then I can go throughout the day and be like, all right, well, what is coming up in this day that correlates with this crystal
Mm,
and what it's giving me.
yeah.
And then sometimes I totally coordinate my outfit based around the crystal I just chose. But that's not a necessity.
That's just a little bit of glamour magic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, guys. You know where to find us, or I don't know, maybe you don't. You can find us on Instagram at Power of Three Podcast. That's where you can keep track of what we're doing, what we're talking about in between episodes. You can always email us with any questions about the episode, any comments about the stuff we've been talking about, or if there's anything in particular you want us to talk about, go ahead, send us an email at powerofthree.witchpodcast@gmail.com. We will continue our spiritual hygiene block next week with Ella. It's going to be a good episode. You definitely don't want to miss it. So, yeah, we will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.